Hey guys, Scott Gordon here. Want to talk about underwriting today on this beautiful, I'm looking outside, beautiful Austin day. Must be about 78 out. Our underwriting turn times are 24 hours, day and a half right now, and we'd really like to keep it that way. Been having calls with Ellen and all the underwriters and talking about what changes can we make, what policies can we put in place, procedures, how can we keep our turn times down. And a common theme has kind of popped up, and that is 20% of our files are poorly processed, they're really not complete files, and it is killing the underwriters working on those files. So what to do about that? We've decided to put some changes in place and kind of, I guess I would call it a four-pronged approach. First is a corporate statement, which is me talking to you now, saying we want to make these changes and I support it and it's what we intend to do to keep underwriting turn times down. The second piece is, well, frankly, we need a better underwriting policy or underwriting procedure document, because a lot of what we go by is kind of industry standard. Everybody knows that you don't XYZ. Well, we need to have a written document that you can look at to know what we expect of files you turn in for underwriting. So we're going to do that. Third piece is changes to Cabo. We want to change some of the rules of what we allow and when we kick back files because they aren't good enough. Some of that will be changes we build into Cabo. In fact, some of it's already there. When you upload conditions, we'd rather that you don't upload them on the loan docs page. Go to the underwriting page, down to where you have a condition, upload the doc there. Then the underwriters will see the document and they'll move it to the correct category in loan docs. We made that change yesterday, I think. So we'll do more in Cabo, and that's the third piece. Have Cabo prevent you from doing things we don't want you to do. And the fourth piece is have the underwriters enforce these policies as well. So in future, if you ask an underwriter for a favor and he or she says, well, I'm really not allowed to do that, that's because I told them don't do that. So you might say, well, what are all these problems we're having? And again, I guess I should back up. 60–70% of the files are fine. 20, 25%, 30% are just bad. I would say some are a nightmare, some are bad. And really it's things like the file was only half processed, or when you submit conditions you have way too many. When the file's underwritten, it has way too many conditions. When you submit conditions, you only put 3 things up when there's 10 conditions to be satisfied. So it's things like that that we need to get it back. In some cases, in the case of the bad files, we need to get it back to a more reasonable number of touches. The kind of things I'm talking about really all sound like industry standard stuff. We expect loan officers to go read the guidelines, and you should have a pretty good idea whether a file is going to pass underwriting or not because you know the guidelines well enough. When you submit a file, don't submit a partial file. Have everything ready and there and legible before you send it to underwriting. When you get conditions, don't send in piecemeal, one little piece here and there, and email one and upload one. Put them all up at once and then resubmit it with all the conditions. So it's all standard kind of stuff. Another area I'm looking at making some changes, I haven't done it yet, but I'm thinking about it, is a carrot and a stick for number of conditions. Cabo has 8 or 9 or 10 default conditions, meaning every underwritten loan has those conditions on it. Cabo just puts them on there. But the additional conditions put on by an underwriter. A stick would be if you have more than 10 or more than 12, that we increase the underwriting fee from $300 to $400 or $450. Something that says you're taking so much underwriter time, you have to pay for the extra time. The carrot is if you only have 3 conditions, additional conditions, or you only have 4 or 5, some number, then you get a discount on underwriting. Now we haven't done that yet, but it's one of the things we're looking at. Because as I say, those of you who turn in good files, you deserve quick turn time, and we want to work toward that But the people whose files aren't as good, we need to put some things in place, try to improve the file quality and keep the turn time down. So we're going to work on policies. I'll let you know when that's out. I just want you to know it's coming. Thanks a lot. It's a great day out there. Hope you have a great weekend.